So we've got Alan here, good player, single figure golfer. He's showing us where he started. And in the middle is his little drill just to feel the other end of the spectrum of being really deep, really shallow is what he's trying. So he needs to feel that extremeness to make a small change, and the change you can see down the end. So what it feels like in the middle and at the end is the same to him, but with a golf ball there, it's obviously very different. You're always going to default back to where you started. And it's exactly what we need. Coaches, whatever you're working on, will make players feel the other end of the spectrum to get exactly what we want and what the players need. So why was that important for Ellen on this occasion? And it's important for anyone changing anything. You need to feel the other end of the spectrum to make that small change. So it's going to feel this weird, but you're going to change that much, if at all. And this goes back even more to default when you're on the golf course, because in a lesson, it's quite sterile. We can control the environment. We can show you on video, on TrackMan, or whatever, and then you'll believe us because what you're feeling isn't actually happening. That's why we have cameras and launch monitors so we can show you what's going on. So you need to feel the other end of the spectrum to make that small change. And that's going to go back even more to default, like I was saying, when you go onto the golf course, when your mates are watching, when you're coming down the 18th hole and you need, a par to break whatever target or to win whatever event it might be, you're going to sneak back to default. So really keep any training, drill, new feel you do, make it extreme. Nobody does it enough often in lessons. Okay, as a coach, I would love if I said to somebody, right, swing it more out to the right, from whatever position it might be. I would love someone to go like that and have a go. Never happens. And we would love that, I would, as coaches, to see if you can go the other end of the spectrum. Because then with the ball there, you'll find that happy medium in the middle. And that's what we're looking for as coaches and you need as a player. So we'll talk about this example anyway from Alan. Like I say, good player. And now where he was getting a bit steep, his next move was typically this way, because when you go here and the club's in front, if you early extend your hips, look what happens to the club. Okay, so it feels like or is actually falling behind. And then from there wasn't a great deal more turn. It was just the hands taking over. But he's a good player, so more often than not, he found the target. We had a couple of misses in him. So to get this turn going, we can't just simply go, right, we'll leave you there, stick a chair behind you and turn. Because if I'm steep and I turn more, look where the club goes. Now I really am in a lot of trouble. So if you are really extending, check out your shaft first in transition. But now Alan is obviously the other end almost of the spectrum. He's a bit too deep, which is great, a bit shallow. If we start allowing him to turn now, then he's going to be in a very good place. But he wouldn't have been able to do that turn with the shaft over here. So we have to fix the shaft first. And now he can start working on how he's turning his body. So any early extenders, check your shaft position in transition. And everybody exaggerate your drill as much as you can.